Like Wasa and Xiao have not been having a good day at all. Still gonna be on that blue side this time for game 2. So means first pick priority is gonna go over to them. We see the Phobia's Loi banned by Papara Supermassive, BTR with the Matilda Fanny ban.
Well, very, I guess, a very textbook bans here from Zara Bigatron Esports. Papara Supermassive, what are they eyeing now, right? Are they going for the Harith if it's available? I would know. It's actually Papara Supermassive. They will ban the Harith. They will ban the Harith. So what are they looking at? Do they want the Suyo?
I would assume so. I hope if Suyo is open, they go for it. That has been the power pick overall. I'm surprised that they didn't consider the the Harith at all. Jawhead actually gets banned up by BTR. Now again, initiating a trade, right? I think it's gonna be a Kalea pick instead. Now that the Jawhead is banned out, BTR gets such a good trade though. Like they can just go for Suyo and a Suyo +1, Suyo Cho maybe. Was the Kalea worth it?
Exactly. This is why I think Kalea is kind of a coin flip, right? Let's see though, Bigatron, they have an option. You're right to go Granger, even Granger, and also Suyo here to just. Again, why did they ban the Harith? That's my question, right? Because technically, if they really want the Kalea, I mean, I don't think. I personally think Kalea isn't really first pick material.
Yeah, so it's Suyo plus Hilda for Luke. Once more, this is gonna start applying plenty of pressure already. Just from a macro sense. If you're Papara Supermassive, who can match up to that? Maybe the Joy again. We're going back to the emoji Joy and the Zhu Xin.
Okay. I would. Let's imagine this, right? What's the synergy here between the Kalea and the Zhu Xin? Not really a fan of this duo, but let's see, right? Bigatron Esports, well, okay, you guys have a chance to pick up the Granger. You guys did not, so let's pick up the Granger ourselves. Now, Bigatron Esports will somehow capitalize on that fact, right? They will limit that gold lane area. No Urthel, perhaps no Moscow for Papara.
Yeah, I agree. I think it could be a Moscow ban too. We did see Xiao play something like carry earlier on, which didn't work out. So a Cho ban targeting Light in this case. There is still, I think, some choices like the Tick as well that's left up on the table, which I feel like could be a very good option, right? Like it's definitely not who you want to grab if you up the Kalea. Like, grabbing a Tick into your team is just gonna be disastrous. But then again, the Badang is also still up, so Bigatron sort of are spoiled for choice in the second phase.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of options here. Papara Supermassive, interesting. They opt for a Fairness ban. Bigatron Esports, I think with the Joy in the opposing team, I think I think they can just pick up a roamer here. Leave Moreno Hero for that last pick. I think a good hero for Light here. Yeah, the Badang works.
Yeah. Maybe a bit better than the Tick because it's a bit more mobile. So let's see. I think if not I want to look for an alternative, but I don't think there's any. So yeah, Badang feels like the best choice. The Khalid, okay. So there's another choice as well. I think one of the weaknesses for Zhu Xin is that it feels like a Sicilian of some sort, right? Like you want to keep people at arm's reach, but with heroes that can get right on top of you, that's where Zhu Xin, that's what Zhu Xin kind of fears. So to compensate for that, they get that high loss XP for Wasa. It's like, oh, if you can't match tempo, just at least be a sandbag, keep the lane safe. But that means Bigatron is gonna move pretty darn fast with what they have.
Yeah, with the Khalid, with the Suyo, and the Hilda. Papara Supermassive though, it seems like they are doubling down, right? With more dive, with the divey gold laner here, with the Claude. It takes time for the Claude, usually minute 7, minute 8 to really have that power spike if the farm goes well. So, Bigatron Esports, they can somehow exploit that. So Claude early game, not too much action. Let's just go and give pressure towards Xiao. Last pick, Moreno. I think they can go for more range, right? The Eve goes well, the Farsa also. So pick your poison.
Yeah. Vex, if they want to play it safe, I guess. Let's see. Final pick for Moreno. It'd be funny if they go for Lunox, but yeah, Farsa makes the most sense. Longer reach compared to the two Sin. Obviously, Claude is one of the ways to get on top of Farsa, but easier said than done with the bodyguards surrounding Moreno in this game.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It is going to be very tricky. But it seems like Papara Supermassive, they're going all in here. They're going for comfort. Let's see, will they be able to find a game 3?
Is the approach for Papara Supermassive or kind of like the goal that they want to achieve with this draft same as game 1, or is there any difference? What do you think, God?
I think it's a different, right? It's a completely different story. With the Granger, you want to play it slave, you want to poke around, perhaps a couple of execution with the Sonata, but with the Claude, there's a added layer. You can engage first with the Claude or act as an executioner.
Let's see, game number 2 is gonna kick off right now as we head into the land of Dawn. BTR against Papara Supermassive. The Red Robots one more game away from a clean sweep and keeping themselves afloat. And for Papara Supermassive, this is do or die. Of course, Supermassive, blue side, Bigatron, red.
Yep, they both will start orange. And yeah, I mean, Lito bot, so Turtle top. That's going to be very interesting here to see the rotations. 40 seconds here in here, not really much of a kill threat. Oh, the Hilda is looking for a flank.
Here he comes, Bossfat. That's a flicker already. Resources expended, not really what you want. And that's the thing, right? Like what you can achieve with the Hilda early on. Luke blows up the wave and just shows up mid to create pressure. Papara Supermassive, they're not going to have any way to match up with that because they have a high loss, but Blossfed will try mid-side, forcing Light to flicker.
Okay, so they equalize, right? Both roamers expended their spells, and take a look at Luke here, providing vision for his team.
Here he comes. Emoji, I think, stole the buff, stole the camp first. Blood once more. Annabelle making quick work of the enemy jungler.
Well done, team.
And again, we saw the impact that Luke brings to the table for that first game. Seems like second game, he is off to a hot start, already providing pressure, not just towards that mid lane earlier, but also the jungles. And Papara Supermassive, they're slowly but surely dismantled right now.
Yeah, this is already not looking good. Like Wasa has been effectively disabled. Not really sure what he can do in this case, right? Luke essentially can just show up, delete the wave, and just disappear from lane. There's really nothing Wasa can do. In fact, it puts him in a position where Papara Supermassive will have to play with 4 men for the next few minutes.
Yeah, not looking too hot right now for Papara Supermassive. The bottom side though. Oh, Xiao!
And to get caught blazing duet, get some extra shield, BMI backwards, keeping himself safe. And Man will not be able to get the kill, but Light maybe will sell. That's why BNI, no flicker, Light on top of him. One more swing on the scimitar, and that's an easy kill bot side.
Wow, what a connection there. The Filipinos connection, Light and Iman on the bottom side, creating havoc. And that's Iman already chunking the gold shield turret to half HP. Take a look at Luke though.
Just proxying the wave top side. And Wasa struggling to keep up with him. And the more time Luke spends wasting from Wasa's side, the more Wasa loses in his lane. Luke is 2 levels ahead already. Blossfed finds Wasa. And Blossfed's not even 4 yet, and he's 3 minutes in.
Wow.
Even loses most of his health bar, so Luke is having a field day.
Things are definitely not looking good. On the bottom side though, Xiao goes down again.
Flicker from Light on top and an airstrike from Moreno to kill him off. That's 2 deaths for Xiao back to back.
Yeah, it's not a good sign. Xiao Taken down twice, right? We mentioned 7 minutes in, usually 8 minutes in, Claude is active, but now I think will reach 11 minutes.
Moji should be able to get this kill onto Eman. A bit of an overstay from BTR. So there is some sort of avenues for Papara Supermassive. Again, the weight lies on Moji's shoulders once more, and it has been the case for the entire day so far, but this one more important than ever.
Still though, 2,000 gold lead for BTR. And yeah, now the next neutral objective should fall in favor of Bigatron. Joy, level 7, Annabelle, level 8. So that itself already is an advantage.
A big one. And I think as long as Bigatron can delay the power spike of Cell, it makes it even tougher for Papara Supermassive. A good lift onto Luke, but he really does not care about the Dusin right now. A big sandbag, in fact, lifted back a second time. Dusin will need time to get the mana back. Loris pathway cuts off the battle line for now. Luke is isolated, but he's gonna run away with the help of Moreno's better airstrike. And Light finds the Radiant Sandstorm, and Moji gets caught. The Tyro strike a bit too late. The kidnapper is there, but there is no damage to follow up. The Blazing Duet barely enough to take down Luke, but still Bigatron comes out on top.
Yeah, they only lost Luke, right? The EXP laner. Meanwhile, Bloodsweat and Moji will be the casualty from the side of Papara Supermassive, and now they're looking for the mid. Nothing that Papara can do.
Bigatron, just like that, got another extra 1,000 net worth advantage. Now sitting at 3.2k, Moji loses his buff and almost loses his life too. Once more, the only standing pillar of Papara Supermassive now has been essentially broken in half. So Bigatron, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, as long as they keep it clean, keep it tight, no overextension, no extra maneuvers. In the river though.
Looking for Moreno, but Moreno will escape. Light staggers it just now with the Raging Sandstorm. So Wasa ends up going down thanks to the Sky Piercer. The thick health pool does not matter too much. Bigatron getting that net worth lead to 4.7k under a minute from last we checked in.
Crazy. Inner turret top lane will be destroyed as well. That's a free one. So Papara Supermassive losing out on map control, losing out on fights, and also equipments.
Moji just came back and again is already getting ganked on. Moji is dead once more.
Well done, team.
No jungle camps for him, no lane waves that he can take safely. Moji has been essentially decommissioned from this game.
Yeah, 1-3-1. Definitely not what you want. If you are Papara Supermassive, 20 seconds to the last turtle here. Papara Supermassive desperately needs to farm, and Xiao definitely needs to cover and needs cover to farm. So Bigatron Esports here, not forcing anything too crazy for now. Still though, they are just controlling the game very, very well.
That's the problem. Now you got two late game heroes. Both are behind, both want resources, but there's only one lane viable. So you have to give it over to Cell. No jungle camps left on either side of the jungle. Bigatron essentially just pillaging the blue side jungle and securing their own. So Moji has nowhere to go. The purple buff and orange buff coming back up at the same time. Papara Supermassive have to use this conceal to secure that for Moji. But it is going to be a fight over it. Maybe they're trying to get a kidnap, but could not get onto Annabelle. So Bigatron once more gets out without losing anything.
And the Holy Shield got triggered in the top lane for nothing. Again, Bigatron Esports, those small wins really affect the defense later on. And yeah, 80 seconds to the next Lord. The first Lord, rather. And yeah, the jungle's again being targeted.
Moji just wants the buff for himself. BTR making it incredibly hard. Spending that retribution to do so. Bigatron should be able to secure this bottom tier 2. Papara Supermassive looking for any sort of an opportunity, but with Luke standing there is just none.
No. They're very tight as well, right? Keeping things tidy as well. Papara Supermassive, oh, desperate play.
Yeah, but after that got chunked down, then go for the kidnap onto Luke. That's the toughest member to kill. So Luke just runs out of there with the sprint. And Papara Supermassive felt like they committed so much but got nothing.
Yeah. Tier 2 in the mid. The last Tier 2 will fall for Papara. BTR Esports, they will back away knowing 30 seconds from now the Lord is up. Or perhaps they might force something here.
Forced to use the Retribution to clear out the cannon minion after dark. Now down low, Eman misses the snipe. And that is just enough for After Dark to survive. Papara Supermassive managing to keep that mid-holy defense up. But now with the Lord coming up in under 10 seconds, Bigatron, they have full control of the map.
Definitely. Looking like it's game 1, round 2. Alright, if not, it's more destructive. It's more far. 8,000 gold lead, ladies and gentlemen, in 9 minutes. And Bigatron, they are now on the Lord. Papara Supermassive, I don't think it's wise to contest for now. And yeah, they should back off.
And unlike game 1, the wave clip of Papara Supermassive isn't as great. It's not like they have an Eve Granger, right? It's a Claude Tucson Joy.
Yeah.
So dealing with these empowered waves is going to be twice as hard. Moji did finally get his Holy Crystal, but just look at the state of the arsenal that they have. So bare bone. And After Dark almost losing his life to Eman. A couple of bullets to the face.
Yeah, all spells are up though, for apart from the Retributions. Let's see, Bigatron, with 4 spells active, can they close the game out early with the Lord marching top lane?
If you can get even a single inhibitor, that would spell almost imminent doom for Papara Supermassive. But the current situation might as well be that, right? Moji is 3 levels behind. I mean, what do you do as Papara Supermassive? It really felt like this is a done deal already.
Yeah, the Glorious Pathway was spent as well, so this is going to be the defense and the offense. Bigatron Esports looking to close the series out.
See, Blossfed had a second thought about it. But the airstrike after Dark sniped by Eman. He's gone. Moji wants to light up the jungle, but he's gonna get run down as he took a second too long. Wasa also losing most of his health bar. Just clean up time for Bigatron Esports. Killing spree for Eman. One left ballet dance. A bit of a Beyblade spin. And it's a wipeout. Bigatron. Triple kill for Eman. And a clean sweep for the Red Robots.
Decisive victory from game 1 and same story in game 2. Papara Supermassive, very little